Hello and welcome back to the February 12th edition of Huskies Weekend Recap. I'm your host, Alexis Pearson. It was another busy weekend of Husky sports, but if you missed out on the action, don't worry because we've got all of the highlights for you right now. Let's start with the men's hockey team who put on a show for the home crowd this weekend in a close game on Friday and a dazzling finish on Saturday against Colorado College. On Friday, the Huskies got on the board first with a goal from Nick Paling, but would give up the next two goals of the game. Jack Paling to the rescue, though, about halfway through the third to tie the game at 2 and send it to overtime. The game will go down in the record books as a tie, with the Huskies earning an extra league point with a goal by Ryan Paling in the 3-on-3 overtime. On Saturday, the Huskies would bring down the house in one of the most entertaining games of the season. In the first period, the Red and Black would get two goals only minutes apart to jump to a 2-0 lead. With less than a minute to go in the first, though, Colorado College would get on the board to make it a 2-1 game. In the second period, they would add 3 more goals to pull ahead to a 4-2 lead on the Huskies. But with just under 4 minutes to go in the third, Nick Perbix would score his third goal of the season to bring the Huskies within 1. Patrick Knoll would take the wheel from there and tie the game at 4 only a minute later. 1 goalie change and 2 goals later, and to overtime we go for the second night in a row. But this time the Huskies would finish off Colorado College with Robbie Jackson and Patrick Knoll teaming up to knock Colorado College out for the count, with a beautiful backhand pass by Jackson from behind the net to find Newell out front for the game winner. The Huskies advanced to 21-4-3 on the season. Women's hockey was on the road this weekend for a series against University of Minnesota Duluth. Emma Plusny would get the start between the pipes for St. Cloud State on Friday and would face a whopping 43 shots on the night, turning away 39 of them. The Bulldogs got the best of the Huskies, winning 4-2 with Janina Newland and Julia Tilke getting the only goals on the night for the Huskies. On Saturday, the Huskies would bounce back for a 3-2 win, this time with Janine Alder in net. The Bulldogs would once again get the scoring started first, but this time the Huskies would tack on 3 goals before the Bulldogs would score their second and final goal of the night. Janina Newland scored first for the Huskies for her second goal of the weekend and 8th goal of the season. Kayla Friesian and Taylor Wemple would each get goals on the day as well. Alder stood tall in net, stopping 49 of 51 shots to help St. Cloud State to their 10th win of the season. With this series split, the Red and Black sit at 10-21-2 on the season. The women's basketball team was also in action this weekend, picking up 2 wins on the road. On Friday, they took down Wayne State by a final score of 78-67. This is their 3rd highest point total in a win all season. Tori Wartz led the team in points with 19, while Mally Doucette added 17 points of her own. Erin Navratil also had an impressive night with 13 points, shooting a perfect 3 for 3 at the arch as well. On Saturday, St. Cloud State would put up more impressive numbers, taking down Augustana by a final score of 63-48. Tori Wartz would once again lead the team in points with 16, while Nikki Kilverton would put up 12 on the night, along with a block and a steal. The Huskies advanced to 14-8 overall on the season. The men's basketball team kicked off their weekend with a 91-79 win against Wayne State, which would be their 4th win in a row. Gage Davis tallied a staggering 46 points on the night, more than half of the team's points in the entire game. Jace Kitchen also contributed offensively with 20 points of his own. On Saturday, they would look for their 5th straight win, but would fall just short to Augustana University. 1 point was all it took to get the Vikings the win as they took down the Huskies by a final score of 92-91. Gage Davis tallied 31 points, while Brinley Tyson racked up 22 on the night, but it wouldn't be enough to put the Huskies on top. The Huskies now sit at 17-7 on the season. Wrestling was in action on Thursday against Upper Iowa University, coming away with the 33-4 victory. Garrett Boss would get the only pin on the evening, with 4 other Huskies winning by major decision. On Saturday, the Huskies hosted Minnesota State University Mankato, giving a 30-9 victory to the home crowd and clinching their 8th consecutive NSIC championship. Vince Dietz would pin his opponent 4 minutes and 16 seconds into the match, while teammate Zachary Muller would win by tech fall in the heavyweight matchup of the day. 7 Huskies were honored on the night for senior night, including Brett Velasquez, who won an individual title back in 2016. The Huskies advanced to 19-0 on the season with 1 more regular season matchup to go. The tennis team competed in Duluth this weekend, dropping their first matchup 5-2 against the Bemidji State Beavers, the same team they lost to in their season opener the weekend before. On Sunday, they would bounce back for a dominant 7-0 win over Crookston. Congratulations to first-year head coach Barrett Merrill for picking up her first win of the season as a head coach. Samantha Fitzpatrick and Olivia Fredrickson are among some of the Huskies who got wins in singles matches, while Abby Scheck and Summer Kopp for one of the duos to get a doubles win on the day. Huskies sit at 1-2 on the season. The women's track and field team had a fantastic day of competition at the CSB SJU Invitational at St. John's University in Collegeville, Minnesota. The team competed well, and the day was full of a number of personal bests and top finishes. Autumn Sherbert Hetzel came out taking first place in the 800-meter run, obtaining a new season best of 2:24.81, while junior Bridget Brown took first place in the 600-meter dash on a personal best time of 1:41.43. Sophomore Faith Lubner also tallied a first-place finish for the Huskies with a time of 8:99 in the 60-meter hurdles, and following her in second place with a time of 9:28 was sophomore Leighton Fisher. The final first-place finish came from Maya Taylor in triple jump with a mark of 11:54, her second-best performance of the season. In the 400-meter dash, freshman Cassidy Lakovich took second place with a time of 1:01 and 15 seconds. Thanks for tuning in.